Jace Lejeune from Gridiron Football. We're here for another edition of a Gridiron Football Player of the Week show. I'm joined, as always, by the lovely Sophie Gissel.
Hey, Jace.
You doing good?
Yeah, doing great. It's finally getting colder over here. I'm so happy.
Yeah, I know. Of course, Andy wants us to support the Gridiron Football brand and freeze to death.
I know. Andy, where the long sleeve polos at? Where the sweatshirts at?
Yeah, we got to get those sweatshirts coming in. But first of all, before we even start the Player of the Week, just want to say thank you to everybody with thoughts and prayers going to Andy right now. I know he's battling some things. He just had back surgery, and he's still in the hospital recovering from that. He had a little bit of a setback from the back surgery, so just the person he is, I think he's more worried about Kristen and the kids now than he is about himself. But I appreciate everybody that's gave him thanks, and is also just continue to keep him in your thoughts and prayers, him and his family as well. So we appreciate all of you that have done that, and we continue to thank you all as well for all the thoughts and prayers going to Andy and his family. They really appreciate it. The best way you can show them thanks is also continue voting, continue donating for a cause for a Gridiron Football Player of the Week. All the money is going to be going towards the Gridiron Football All-American Bowl game, which is going to be coming up, Sophie, in a matter of a couple months. But it's going to be sneaking up on us. I know that for a fact, on December 30th this year. So more, you can go to our website, gridironfootballusa.com. And Sophie, we got another week 8. We're kind of winding down. We're starting to run low on these patches, and we're about to give those away to everybody that's won the last couple of weeks. But yeah, we're getting down there. Week 8. We only got a couple of these left out to give.
True, we do.
Yeah.
Been a long season so far. Bunch of great players.
Yeah, really. There's been offensive players that gave the award to, defensive players that are given the award to. So we're going to see what Week 8 has in store for us. But as always, Sophie, we're going to have to count down 15, and we have a couple of states we're going to narrow down to. And Sophie, I mean, everybody's going to be tuning into you because you have the key. You hold the key.
I hold the top 15.
So it's going to come down to Sophie. And so if you like what you hear, then, you can praise Sophie. But if you don't,
If you don't, it's his fault.
Yeah, I guess it's my fault.
If you don't, it's his fault.
But Sophie, let's get this list started. I know people have been tuning in for a list, so let's get this list kick-started.
All right, yeah, number 15, starting off strong with Texas, Jace.
Okay.
We've got Alito's quarterback, Lincoln Tubbs, with 3 votes.
Yeah, Alito High School is a really great program down there in Texas, in your home state. Lincoln Tubbs is actually a Division I commit. He's going to play football at Air Force, so he's going to serve country and play at Air Force at the next level. But right now, he's got a senior season to focus on for Alito High School. He actually can throw the football too. It shows as well. He's not just a really good athlete, but he completed 12 of 19 passes for 270 yards and 4 touchdowns through the air, which is pretty good if you're going to be an option quarterback at the next level. But you can run the football as well because he's an option quarterback at the next level. So 12 carries, 138 yards, and 1 touchdown. So 5 total touchdowns over close to 400 yards of total offense, 270 through the air, 138 on the ground, 5 touchdowns, and they won the football game 72-10 over Richland High School. And the crazy thing about that stat, that's like a whole game's worth.
Yeah.
But he did that all in the first half, and he had 1 possession in the second half. So
really?
That is pretty cool. He had like a whole game's worth in just a matter of half a game. So very impressive stat line there for Lincoln Tubbs. Coming in, the future Air Force commit, coming in at number 15. Start off our list.
Mr. Fancy Pants over there going to the Air Force.
Oh yeah.
Number 14, we've got Jules Sumner, linebacker McKiley Robbins, with 6 votes.
Yeah, Joel Summers having a great season this year, Sophie. McKiley Robbins is one of those guys that's been a key player on that undefeated team. a senior linebacker this year, and they are a tough and hard-nosed football team.
Really?
They're going to play ground and pound, smash mouth football, offensively, defensively. Macaulay Robbins, one of those hard-nosed, bring your lunch pail type of guys, right? Defensively, he had 11 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, and I think the reason why I put him on this list, he also had, besides double-digit tackles, he also had 2 interceptions, not one, but 2 interceptions in the football game. So he was all over the place, and they played a really good opponent as well in Pine. Pine's a really good opponent, so they won the game pretty convincingly, 41-14 over the Pine Raiders. Macaulay Robbins was a key piece to that victory with his 2 interceptions and 11 tackles. So great performance there from Macaulay to be here at number 14, first Louisiana guy on this list this week.
Hey, Texas has got to beat them eventually.
Eventually.
It can't be for number 1. It can be for the first one I say, right?
Yeah, of course. So, of course. Have to find some kind of victory, moral victories, right?
Hey, it's the little things.
Yeah.
Alrighty, number 13, we've got the Willow School's quarterback, Caden Thomas with 14 votes.
Yeah, Caden Thomas, actually a little bit of a spoiler, but one of 2 players from the same school, from the Willow School, they're going to be on this list this week. But Caden Thomas is having a great season for the Willow School. They've been a great story. I believe they're 6-2 this year, or 5-2. They're having a great season this year. And a big part of it is the quarterback. You know, the quarterback gets all the praise when you're doing really well, and it turns out he is for the Willow School. Caden Thomas completed 15 of 27 passes for 446 yards through the air. That's a pretty good yards per completion percentage right there. 5 touchdowns through the air. Also had a rushing touchdown in the football game too. So if you're keeping track at home, that's 6 touchdowns, a 6-touchdown performance from Caden Thomas, and they won the football game in a blowout, 67-22 over Ben Franklin as well. So as good as you can possibly get at the quarterback position for Caden Thomas. Great performance. He comes in at number 13 this week.
Very impressive. Alright, for number 12, we're back in Texas.
Okay.
We've got Highland Park's quarterback, Buck Randall, with 15 votes.
Yeah, another quarterback. So it looks like we're going to be on the quarterback streak coming up. But Buck Randall, he completed 16 of 21 passes, 367 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Also had a rushing touchdown as well. So you've seen a lot of these guys being pretty efficient through the air, throwing the ball. And they show, hey, but I can add a rushing touchdown in the mix
Why
too.
not?
Why
Spice
not?
it up.
Spice it up a little bit. So hey, I can run if I need to. And once again, a blowout fashion, 56-14 win for Highland Park. So coming in at 15 votes, good performance there for Buck Randall, and it's been a quarterback heavy type of show so far, and we're going to continue it with another quarterback at number 11.
For 11, we've got Turling's Catholic quarterback, Alex Munoz, with 28 votes.
This is a game I was actually in person to see. This is a game I covered on Friday at Turling's Catholic. Quarterback Alex Munoz, he grows up in the football family. His dad, Jorge Munoz, he was actually a part of that 2019 LSU national championship team. He was on the coaching staff.
Really?
So, yep, he was under Steve Ensminger and Joe Brady. He was one of the assistant coaches there, coaching the offense. And now he's actually the assistant head coach for the Raging Cajuns. So this is his son, Alex Munoz, and he's been a great quarterback for the Rebels. Michael Corville, he's in his first year coaching at Turling's Catholic, and they are 9-0 or 8-0 right now. And I asked him, Coach, this head coaching thing isn't too hard for you, huh? And he was like, no, it's pretty hard, but it makes it easy when you got a quarterback like Alex Munoz. He threw the ball 264 yards and 3 touchdowns. Also showed he can run the football as well, a dual threat quarterback, 127 yards rushing and 2 more touchdowns. So 5 overall touchdowns in the game and a 64-29 win over East Ascension. Turling's Catholic's got a pretty tough challenge this week. They got St. Thomas More for the district championship, and if they win that football game, I think a lot of people are going to be really buying into Turling's Catholic to make a serious run at the Superdome this year. But Alex Munoz, a senior quarterback for the Rebels, having a great season, coming in at number 11.
Can't believe we're already talking about playoffs. We're that far into the season.
Yeah, we're getting close. We are getting close to that.
Alrighty, for number 10, we've got Washita Christian linebacker Desaiah Bradshaw with 32 votes.
Speaking of teams that are going to make runs for a state championship, Washita Christian seems like they always make a run to the Superdome and for Louisiana high school football playoffs. And Desaiah Bradshaw, a young guy, still only a sophomore, 2028 linebacker. But you know, whether you're a freshman, you're a senior, if you play at Washita Christian, you're a stud. And Desaiah showed that in a big game too. They played Mangum. Mangum's been on the roll this year. They got a couple really big wins. And hey, if you're going to be a big time player, you got to perform in big time games. That's what Desaiah did. He showed that. 13 tackles, 3 quarterback sacks. Also had another TFL, 2 quarterback hurries, and a pass breakup. So he did a little bit of everything, really packing the stat sheet up.
Yeah.
In a 35-14 win over a Mangum football team that's coming off a couple really impressive wins, I believe against Oak Grove and against Faraday. But you had to play 3 tough teams in a row, and you got to play Washita Christian. You're going to have to play really good to play them. And Desaiah Bradshaw was one of those guys that helped the Washita Christian continue their undefeated season so far this year.
Alrighty, for number 9, we've got the Willow Schools safety Tyrell Johnson with 36 votes.
We already talked about Caden Thomas, and that was kind of what I talked about earlier, kind of proving the other person, and that's Tyrell Johnson. We got an offensive representative for the Willow School. Now we got a defensive representative for the Willow School. Tyrell Johnson had 10 tackles on defense, a tackle for loss, 2 interceptions, 1 pass breakup. So that was just on defense. I'm like, man, he's got to be on here already. And then I wasn't done. I was like, okay, there's more to the story. He also had a 69-yard touchdown catch and an 83-yard kickoff return for a touchdown as well. So, Sophie, that means you had 2 interceptions, 10 tackles on defense. You had a offensive touchdown, and he had a special teams touchdown. So you affected the game in all 3 phases of the football game, and you won the football game big, 67-22. I'm surprised Tyrell Johnson's performance wasn't up there or even more, because he had himself a really great individual performance.
He was playing How Many Things Can I Do? He said this side, that side.
Only thing he didn't do was throw a touchdown pass. I mean, Caden's got 6 of them. Might as well share the load, let him throw a touchdown pass in this game, you know?
Alrighty, for number 8, we've got Sam Houston running back Emmanuel Haney with 86 votes.
Yeah, Emmanuel was doing a lot of scoring last week for Sam Houston, the Broncos. They like to run the football, and they like to give the ball to old Emmanuel here. 36 carries, 248 yards, and I think the reason he made this list was he scored 6 touchdowns rushing the football. Wow. Anytime you can run for 6 touchdowns in one game at the running back position, that is very impressive. They won the football game too, pretty high scoring over New Iberia as well. And remember, New Iberia had a player that won our Gridiron Football Player of the Week earlier this year. So Emmanuel Haney, a workman-like performance, 248 yards, 6 touchdowns. That's really most of their scoring. Most of their touchdowns came with him running the football that night. So great performance for Emmanuel Haney. Get some Lake Charles, another Lake Charles representative here with 86 votes, coming in at number 8. And we talked so much about the quarterback, Sophie. I think we're now making a run at the running back position coming up.
We are. We got 2 coming up, actually.
Oh, okay.
For number 7, we've got Gina running back Cedric Wilson with 180 votes.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a spoiler here too, but these are, again, 2 more teammates that made the list. But we're going to talk about Cedric first. Cedric Wilson. And this was a huge game, Sophie. Bunky was undefeated. Gina only had 1 loss on the season, so this was like one of the biggest games in the area. And Gina was going to do whatever they could to spoil Bunky's undefeated season, and they did just that. And Cedric Wilson was a huge reason why. He had 22 carries, 240 yards, a rushing touchdown. Also had a 60-yard touchdown catch in the game as well. So 2 touchdowns, one of the biggest offensive playmakers for the Gina Giants, and they were able to do that, spoil the undefeated season for the Bunkie Panthers, and he's just really the first half of that 1-2 punch at that running back position, which I'm sure you're about to talk about next.
Alrighty, for number 6, also from Gina, we got running back Daniel Hatcher with 275 votes.
Yep, so Daniel just edged out his teammate. So, of course, teammate Daniel Hatcher able just to edge out Cedric just by a couple votes here. But Daniel Hatcher was also, he played his part. So you had one running back run for over 200 yards and scored 2 touchdowns. Well, the other running back, he ran for 200 yards and scored 4 touchdowns in this football game. So it was one of those things I couldn't take one out and put one in. I had to take both these guys in because both of those guys were deserving of it, and it was against a really good team. But Daniel Hatcher had 23 carries, 217 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Won the football game 68-45. That 1-2 punch of Cedric Wilson, Daniel Hatcher, huge reason why the Gina Giants got themselves a big win. Round of applause for the Giants, Coach Roark and company. Great performance there. Huge win. Was one of the biggest wins of Week 8 last week.
Well, head-to-head with the 2 Gina running backs there.
I know. Daniel's got the bragging rights.
All the running backs.
Daniel's got the bragging rights, that's for sure.
Alrighty, next up for number 5, we've got Daphne in Alabama.
Yeah.
Wide receiver LeBraylon Williams with 385 votes.
Yeah, our only Alabama representative this year, and Daphne has really been a proud supporter of what we've done here at Gridiron Football. And we've had a lot of guys over the years from Daphne make our list, but we have a young guy making the list this week, a sophomore wide receiver, LeBraylon Williams. And if you remember, Randy Moss, back in his heyday, had a huge game against the Dallas Cowboys, where he had 4 catches and scored 4 touchdowns. That was kind of what LeBraylon did. It was kind of like his Randy Moss type of game. Had 3 catches in the football game, Sophie, for 107 yards, and he scored a touchdown on all 3 times he caught the football. So 3 catches, 3 touchdowns, perfect 3 for 3. Hey, I would probably throw it more.
I was about to say, only 3 catches? He didn't catch us more times?
Yeah, I mean, if he's on a roll, I'd be like, I'm going to throw it to him 10 times and score 10 touchdowns. But they won the game pretty lopsided as well. They won the game 60-20 over Robertsdale High School over there in Alabama. But what a performance to make your mark and say, hey, I'm here, I've arrived. You score 3 touchdowns on 3 catches. I mean, that's kind of like a drop the mic type of moment right there
100%
with Braylon Williams.
Alrighty, number 4, we've got U-High running back Sage Ingram with 610 votes.
Well, I'll be seeing Sage a whole lot on Friday night because I'm actually calling their next game against Madison Prep, which should be a really great game on Friday night on Varsity Sports Now. So a little plug there to those guys. But Sage Ingram is a guy we followed a whole lot. They got 2 really good running backs, him and Corbin Odell, and they really do a great job of complementing each other. And they got really good line blocking for him. Lamar Brown, who's the big-time LSU commit. He's one of the guys leading the way for the U-High Cubs. But Sage Ingram had 9 carries, 259 yards rushing. That's a pretty good average there when you only carry the ball 9 times for 259 yards. You score 3 touchdowns. You also have another catch for 22 yards, and you win the football game against a district opponent, a district foe, Parkview Baptist, 57-17 in a lopsided fashion. Sage Ingram's a guy we invited to play in our Gridiron Football Bowl game. We hope to see him play at the end of the year. He's a really great running back. I don't think it's pretty cool, Sophie, because they have 2 running backs and their nicknames. So Sage is Ice.
Okay.
And then Corbin Odell is Fire. So you got Fire and Ice kind of complement each other. So really good nicknames there. But Sage Ingram, huge game against Parkview Baptist. He comes in at number 4. And Sage is a guy to keep your eye on, the senior running back. I think one of the best in the state of Louisiana for his grade.
Alrighty, you know what time it is.
Top 3 times, Sophie.
Alrighty, for number 3, we've got Cedar Creek quarterback Brent Bell with 1,936 votes.
Yeah, Cedar Creek making an appearance on this list. Brett Bell, the quarterback for the Cougars. And Brett also I believe he had 6 touchdowns. So
Really?
another 6 touchdown performance. He had 50, and he actually did most of his damage on the ground. He had 15 carries, 278 yards rushing. He did have 6 touchdowns. He also had a passing touchdown. So really 7 touchdowns. You think about it. They won the football game 65-32 over Lincoln Prep, and Cedar Creek had a great performance from their quarterback, their signal caller Brett Bell. Adding up the stats, he was scoring all kinds of touchdowns. I think he might have rented a house there in the end zone because he was just living there all game long, you know. But great performance there for Brett Bell. He comes in at number 3 over close to 2,000 votes. And we tell you what, we got a special player coming in at number 2 coming up.
We do, for sure. Number 2 is Franklin Parish running back Trey Martin with 2,053 votes.
Man, this Franklin Parish team is loaded, Sophie. You have an LSU commit at the quarterback position, and you also got a guy that in the 2027 class, LSU has already offered at the running back position. That's Trey Martin. So Trey Martin recently got an offer from LSU and probably every other SEC school that wants him as well. But a really talented running back and 4.4 speed. He can absolutely fly. And this is going to be a guy that everybody that is going to get to know a lot in the future because obviously you get that LSU offer and then you're really good. And this Franklin Parish team is going to be really scary in the playoffs. There's not going to be a lot of teams that are going to want to play them in Division II non-select. But Trey Martin had 8 carries, so kind of like Sage, not a lot of touches, but man, did he make something out of those touches. 8 carries, 214 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So he scored 3 of the 8 times he touched the ball. Also, hey, he's good enough to play at LSU and all these other SEC teams. Might as well throw him there on defense a little bit, too. He had 5 tackles, a sack, and a TFL. And here's another thing, too, Sophie. All of this was in the first half. He did not play in the second half.
Another guy with game's worth in the first half.
Right. Like, man, that's really great. And, like, man, imagine what he could have done if he
full
played the
game.
full game, and that's what he did in just half a game. So yeah, Coach wanted to make a point that like, hey, all of this was done in the first half of play. But they won the football game big against Grant, 77-28. Watch out for Franklin Parish and Trey Martin, man. He's going to be a good one. So Sophie, we are finally going to reveal who our Gridiron Football Player of the Week is, and we've had some quarterbacks win it, running backs win it, and the popular position for whatever reason this year is the linebacker position. But before we give away our Gridiron Football Player of the Week, thank you to everybody that has voted, that has donated to the Gridiron Football Player of the Week voting. We really appreciate it. All that voting will go towards not only votes, but it will go towards our Gridiron Football All-American Bowl game. December 30th this year will be played at Louisiana Christian University. Appreciate everybody that's voted, that's donated. And Sophie, we're going to start a little bit of a drum roll here. We're going to find out who is the Gridiron Football Player of Week 8. Sophie, tell us who is our Player of the Week.
And number 1, we've got Archbishop Hannon linebacker Grayson Dupree with 11,432 votes.
Great job, Grayson. You finally did it, man.
And blew it out of the park.
He did. It wasn't even close by over 9,000 votes. It was lopsided. One of the biggest lopsided ones we've seen. Grayson Dupree, remember just a couple weeks ago, this is the week you weren't here, but Grayson Dupree was second, and it was close. He lost 18,096 votes. He had 17,471, so he was this close in week 6. But hey, that's a good thing about getting back on the list. If you're not winning, you can get back on the list and have a chance to win. And Grayson, you finally did it. So this time he followed up with another 20 tackle performance. He's just like 20 tackles every single week.
Why not?
I mean, he's just all over the field. 20 total tackles, 2 forced fumbles, a pass breakup, a TFL, probably drove the bus. You know, he also punts the football too. So he does that too. 49-28 over Cohen. There's one thing you guaranteed out of Grayson Dupree. You're going to get an effort like this every single game, no matter what happens. Grayson's also committed to play in our Gridiron Football All-American Bowl game as well, so we'll definitely be seeing him at the end of the year. He's got a couple of offers as well, but Grayson Dupree, they were this close. Archbishop handed the moms. That's what Grayson's dad told me. Like, man, we were voting and donating all week long, and New Iberia was too. It was just head to head, right. And then finally, okay, you get another shot to be on this list and take advantage of it.
They blew it out of the park.
They did. They jumped on it at the very beginning. Like, we're not going to let this happen again. We're going to win it this time. And y'all did.
Hey, they just want to wait till I was back.
That's what it was. That's what it was.
You want to wait till I was back.
That was the real reason. They want Sophie to announce it. They didn't want me to announce it. They want Sophie to announce it. And I can't disagree with them there. Let's say Grayson Dupree, awesome performance, man. Congratulations. 20 tackles, 2 forced fumbles, and a pass breakup, and a TFL. So really deserving. And I tell you, Sophie, tell us what Grayson's going to win here.
He is going to get the super awesome, amazing, extravagant, I've run out of words, Letterman patch for his Letterman jacket. Gridiron Football National Player of the Week 2025.
And there we go. And people are probably wondering, okay, why haven't you got yours yet? We've been pretty busy with the bowl game, but don't worry. You will be getting your Letterman jacket patch to put on your Letterman jacket. A lot of these guys will probably get theirs at the bowl game because some of these guys are committed to play in the bowl game like Grayson here. But what also Grayson's going to get, he's going to get an interview as well with the Gridiron football staff about his performance. We'll talk to him, talk about maybe the bowl game coming up, how excited he is about that, and just his season so far as well. So we get a chance to talk to Grayson Dupree as well for his performance. And guess what, Sophie? He's in the running for this one as well.
The super awesome sauce, amazing gold Letterman jacket patch. It's the Player of the Year instead of Player of the Week for those of y'all that don't watch weekly, even though you guys all should be.
Yeah,
every week you could be hearing me say the same stuff.
You can get 2 of those, right? 2 for 1.
Or
bam,
above, bam. Or above and below, whatever we think.
However you want to do it.
I don't know.
But you are in the running, so we'll have people in the running for the Gridiron Football Player of the Year. If you won Player of the Week, you are in the running. And if you haven't won Player of the Week, but you've been consistently on the list a lot and haven't won, you're also going to be in the running for Gridiron Football Player of the Year. The Gridiron Football staff, so myself, Sophie, Roman, everybody, Keegan, Andy, Richard, everybody.
All of us.
All the coaches. We're going to vote on who we think is going to be the Player of the Year. So we're not going to let the fans decide that this year.
All on us.
It's going to be all on us. We'll decide who the Gridiron Football Player of the Year is going to be. Well, congratulations, Grayson. Really deserving. Sophie, any final thoughts before we wrap up today's show?
The numbers are getting higher and higher, and the vote jump is getting bigger and bigger. And all the boys are doing great. They really are. With only a couple weeks left in the season.
Yeah, so we have week 8. So next week is going to be week 9. There's 10 regular season weeks. We kind of go off of the Louisiana schedule to make things easier. Even though Texas might be like a week ahead, or Alabama might be a week behind or a week ahead. But we go off of Louisiana because that's where we're at. It's just easier to follow that way. But we'll continue this throughout the playoffs. So that even after the regular season's over, we'll still do this throughout the playoffs. So there's going to be actually less and less teams getting involved. Yeah. So, hey, there's less and less opportunities. So make sure you take advantage of it. Coaches, make sure to send your nominations every Friday night and Saturday. We'll open nominations up. We'll close nominations on Monday at noon. And then we'll open voting up later Monday evening, and then we'll let the voting happen through Thursday at 9 o'clock. No, Sophie, remember last time, of course? Donations. 8 o'clock in the morning. That'll be an hour before. So if you want to donate to Player of the Week, donation voting will end at 8 o'clock in the morning, and then actual voting will be done at 9 o'clock, and then we'll have the actual show on our YouTube channel and on Facebook live at 5 o'clock. Anything else I'm missing there, Sophie?
I don't think so. Checked all the boxes.
Well, I hope that you have me to straighten me out, so
That's
I'm
why
glad.
I'm here. That's why you keep me around.
Yeah, that's exactly why I keep her around. So excellent job, everybody. This is going to be another linebacker.
Yeah.
Too. I mean, I don't know. Let's see. We had a quarterback. Okay, 1 linebacker, 2 linebackers. This will make it 4. Yeah, 4 linebackers so far through 8 weeks. So half of the awards have gone to linebackers. So we're not just a quarterback award or running back award. We're giving it to we like our linebackers here at Gridiron Football. I can tell you that. But for Sophie, Jace, thank y'all guys for watching. Tune in next week, week 9. So get your nominations in, fans and coaches, here for a Gridiron Football Player of the Week show.